Hello Cancer, welcome to my channel. My name is Echo Moon. Today I am doing your mid-August readings. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is a general read, so it can apply to your career, your love life, finances. This could be a message to you from Spirit as well. Those are always good to have. Some of the messages may resonate with you, some of them may not. And we're already starting, okay? So we're going to do a 5-card spread, and they keep popping out, okay? We're going to do a 5-card spread. It's going to focus on your situation, the challenges, where your focus is. I want to make sure you're able to see me too, because my camera angle is different this time. You see that? Yeah, you can. Cool. So your situation, your challenges, your focus, your advice, and also the outcome, okay? We're going to start off with the Oracle deck, and we're going to clarify it with the Tarot card. So let's get into it. Already for your situation, what popped out was cleaning house and flying. So a lot of you guys are feeling good. You guys have gotten rid of things that you felt that were no longer needed in your life. Excuse me. That were no longer needed in your life. Pretty much cleaning house. And I'm talking about either people. This could be, you know, the way that you were thinking, like your thought habits, the way some of your habits, the way you look at things, the way you perceive things. This is basically you clearing that out. When you do that, you're looking at things from a different perspective. You're happier, you feel lighter, you feel like you're flying, which is why we have flying here. So that's awesome. Good for you, Cancer. I like it. I like it. And with the eclipse that recently happened, a lot of people are cleaning house when it comes to things that are no longer needed in their life. All right, so these two wanted to pop out, and this is going to be in your challenges position. For some reason, you guys are coming out with doubles. Hey, I don't mind it if you don't mind it. Okay, so we have wishing well, and we have healed ouch. A lot of people have been having the healed ouch part of it. So even though some of you guys are cleaning house, you guys are getting rid of things that you no longer feel serve a purpose in your life, you still have some type of, there's a hesitation there. There is not a sense of doubt, but kind of a sense of regret. Because it's like you, whatever it is that you let go, or whoever it is that you let go, again, we haven't really seen where it's going as far as love, career, etc. But whoever or whatever it is that you let go, you were hoping for the best. You were hoping that this was going to be like a wish come true. So we have the wishing well. Mind you, this is in your challenge position, okay? So as good as these cards are, this is a challenge. So whatever you felt that was going to work out, like I said, a wish come true. You know, the person, a place, or whatever. It just didn't work out. And right now, it's kind of like you're stuck on the why. You're stuck on, you know, what happened, why did it happen? You know you needed to get rid of this person so you can see things clearly, but I have a sense that you have a sense of regret. And the regret could be, and excuse my nails, by the way, they were good yesterday. I messed around with some essential oils and they got jacked up, okay? Judgment-free zone, guys. So what I feel is that you could be at the point where it's kind of like, all right, I needed to get rid of this person, but did I make the right decision in doing so? Kind of like, what if? What if, you know, I made a mistake? And that's where your challenge is. You're second-guessing yourself. So where your focus is right now, yeah, you can see. Good. I'm going to keep doing that, so if I get a little close to the camera and you can hear my voice, then know that I'm whispering in your ear. No, I'm just trying to check the angle here. All right, so your focus, my dear Cancer, your focus is Ghostlands. You're focused on what is happening now. The Ghostlands card, I say this and I will continue to say it every time it pops out. So the Ghostlands card is about being present. This is being in the now. This is not focusing on what happened in the past, not focusing on what's happening in the future. This is living in the moment, and that is exactly what you're doing right now, is living in the moment. And I got a sense here like you feel good, you know, even though you have some regrets, even though you feel like, all right, you know, what am I going to do now? You know, sometimes when we let things go, it's kind of like that sense of, you know, even though we walked away from it, it could have that sense of like abandonment, like, all right, what am I going to do without this person or this job or, you know, this thing that I really needed, this money. Okay. Something popped in my head. It'll come back. It'll come back. Okay, so let's go to the advice. What is the advice that we have for you, Cancer? Sad embrace. Coming to terms with letting go. That's the advice. So even though you might have been second guessing yourself, thinking, okay, well, this was, you know, what I wanted, this was what I asked for, you know, I feel like this is a relationship. It's either a relationship or it's finances. Like you're trying to clear up some debt or something that you owe, so that way you can see things from a clearer perspective. You probably have a lot more bills than you intended or needed, and your challenge is basically getting back on financial track, healing your finances, like bringing them together. Healing, I guess it's not the right word, but you know, budgeting is your challenge. What you're focused on what you're dealing with right now when it comes to your financial situation. You're focused on, okay, I can't focus on the bill that's due next week. I can only focus on what I can do today, okay? And your advice is some things you have no control over, and you just have to let things be. You have to let them go. Now, if that applies to you, like I said, this is general. It's going to apply to different scenarios depending on the person, right? But this is also a relationship as well, which I've indicated that as well. So your advice is to basically, you see that too? Yeah. Your advice is basically to, you know, it's okay to let go. You know, not everything works out, but things happen for a reason. You walked away from this person, situation, job for a reason. And your outcome is nice. Your outcome, you have intention and you have mountain. So your outcome is basically, yeah, the lighting is much better. So basically your intentions are, you know, what it is that you asked of the universe, and the universe is granting it to you. And mountain is you just going with the flow, you just following what you feel is right for you. You're not making things a challenge, you're not making an obstacle out of it, you're just kind of like going with the flow of things. And because you're a water sign, that's essentially your element anyway. So your outcome is actually a very good one. And let's get some clarifiers here. Let's see what this is about. I feel like it could be about multiple situations. Yeah. So this is about a relationship in this sense. Again, apply it where it applies, right? So in this sense, we have, in your current situation, we have the Ten of Cups. So there could be some things within your household that was throwing things off balance. There could have been some arguments between you and a significant other, a boyfriend, a husband, girlfriend, wife, what have you. But it could have been a situation where you just felt like you needed to get rid of things that are negative in the environment to make things happy, to get to that, you know, happy place, that place where you're flying, because that's joy right there. And then you have the Ten of Cups. This is pretty much like, you know, happiness, the happy family card. And even if you don't have a family, you're emotionally fulfilled. Like your cup runneth over, you know, or cups runneth over. Okay, you guys are just popping out at me, right? So what just happened to just fly out here, we have the Nine of Pentacles. This is in your clarifying your challenge position, which is wishing well and heal the ouch, right? So that's suiting. We have the Nine of Pentacles and we have the King of Swords. So your challenge is, like I said, kind of like second guessing yourself, not sure if you want to be alone. If some of you guys are currently feeling like you have to walk away from something. I mean, even though we have the Ten of Cups clarifying the cleaning house and the flying, it still could be an indicator of, yeah, some of you guys are walking away from a relationship. Some of you guys are getting a divorce. Some of you guys are basically just, you know, bringing things together in your household. Things could be kind of disarrayed and you're bringing it together. What's challenging you is you're kind of second guessing your decision, because you have the Nine of Pentacles, which is technically in a way similar to the wishing well. You know, this person is independent, they got their shit together, they got their finances together, they feel secure, they feel like, you know, they don't need to rely on anyone. Same thing with the wishing well. It's kind of like that confidence that you know things are going to work out for you, either in the realm of love or finances as well. So the challenge here is more or less like, did I make the right decision? And the reason why I say that is that you have the King of Swords, you know, someone who uses their discernment, someone who, and it's not gender specific, so you can be a male or a female when we're talking about this, right? Someone who uses their discernment, someone who is wise, they're intelligent, you know, they want to basically get to the heart of a matter of things, they're honest. Excuse me. So this is in your challenging position. So this is kind of like you, like I said, second guessing yourself, asking yourself, is this the right direction I should be going? Is this the right decision I should be making? Let's go to your focus. So for your focus, we have Ghostlands. You have the Knight of Swords. Okay, hold on. Give me a second here. I'm getting ahead of myself. All right, so you have the Knight of Swords, clarifying Ghostlands. So again, Ghostlands, being here in the now, being present. You have the Knight of Swords, taking action. You know, being a bit, the Knight of Swords is a bit impulsive. So it's kind of like you're trying to stay present, but you still have these thoughts in your mind that keep kind of like making you want to propel forward. But it's just like you're trying to stay focused. You're trying to stay, you know, you're trying to focus on one thing at a time. But at the same time, it's just like you feel that sense of like rush, like that anxiety where it's just like, I got to get things done. I got to get things done. Now, I'm referencing that when it comes to a situation. Let's say if you're dealing with finances, if you're dealing with a love life, then your focus is basically, you know, being honest, you know, maybe telling your side of things may come out a little bit harsh, but at the same time, you're speaking what you feel is right. You're speaking your truth. You're speaking how you feel, your thoughts. And again, you're not focusing on the past, the present, the past, the future. When you're talking to this person, you're talking about what's going on now. Like, for example, what happened today. This is the second time this did this. You have the Death card, and that is clarifying your sad embrace, which is in your advice position. So we have sad embrace, which is basically, you know, accepting that things that you wanted to turn out for the best did not. But also we have clarifying that is death, which is, you know, not, in this sense, since it's in your advice, it's kind of like, it's like in a way, it's kind of contradictory because it's like, oh, accept, you know, that things didn't work out. But at the same time, death reversed is, you know, not ending things. So this more or less could be speaking to, you know, maybe take a time out. You know, maybe this is just like a temporary thing where you just have to step to the side and realize that certain things just don't work out the way they're supposed to, but you're supposed to stick it through. You're supposed to stick with it. And that's why you have the current situation as the Ten of Cups, because your advice is to stick it out. Like, you can get over this. And even in your focus position where you have the Nine of Swords, it's kind of like I said, charging forward and speaking your mind. Whereas before, you wasn't doing that. And it's just like now you're doing it. You're opening up. So it's just like, you know, accept what it is. But at the same time, don't give up on it, because clearly there's something here. And I'm talking about when it comes to a relationship. Again, apply it to where it applies to, because in this case, I feel like it can go either way. Yes, we have the Ten of Cups relationship. We don't really have any other cups besides that. I mean, we have flying, that's feeling good. We have sad embrace, that's emotion, so that's in reference to cups. You know, we have a lot of sword energy here. We do have the death card, so that's a Scorpio card, but, you know, you're a Cancer, not a Scorpio. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. I don't like to go with the signs. You could be dealing with an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, you know, who might be a little bit immature, or you could be delivering your messages a little bit on the immature or being petty. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say, being petty. All right, so for outcome, we have intention. So whatever it is that you had in mind, whatever it is you wanted to bring it to fruition, the universe is granting that to you. And you're going with the flow of things. You're not making things complicated anymore. Okay? Okay. Being patient. Knowing that things happen for a reason. Knowing that it's worth the wait. So here's what I have. Here's what I see. All right. Are we looking at the overall picture here? Yeah, we are. So what I see here is that if, for those of you guys who are in a relationship, this is more or less, you know, things that need to be brought to the light, you know, things that need to be brought to the forefront. Like, all relationships have their, you know, they have their bumps in the road, you know, things that may not be addressed right away, but they eventually have to be addressed. This could be something that makes you feel uncomfortable, something that makes you feel insecure, something that could be painful for you to talk about. Perhaps you don't want to talk about disappointments that you have within the relationship, but you're focused on doing that right now because you want something that's going to bring you fulfillment, something that's going to bring you happiness. Your advice is to stick it out. I mean, even though you're sad, you still, I mean, everybody's sad at one point. You know what I mean? Everybody goes to that point of slightly depression, but not that severe, but it could be, you know, because you have the Death card. That is a major arcana, even though it's in reverse, what have you. But, you know, even with the sad embrace card, it's kind of like, you know, you're feeling sad about things that it didn't work out in your favor. But when you stick it through, when you stay in the situation and you work on it and you put your intentions, you know, you put your intentions behind your thoughts, how you want the relationship to be, in due time, things are going to get easy. It's less complicated. You know, there's less, you know, roadblocks. There's less disappointments. Not less disappointments. There's less things to feel disappointed about. It's just talk to whoever it is that you're dealing with. If it's a job, then evaluate your situation. But ultimately, what the overall message that I'm getting here is that you're going to speak your truth. And even though it might be hard, and like I said, it might make you feel uncomfortable or sad, things are going to turn out for the best. It's just a matter of time that things are going to turn out for the best. But basically, Spirit, the universe, is letting you know that, you know, have faith, Hang in there, and everything will work out best for you. Cancer, I hope this resonated with you. Please like, subscribe, comment below. Thank you for watching my video. I definitely appreciate it. I'm very humble that you're even clicking on my channel or my video to begin with. I will catch you on the next video. That's going to be the love reading. And I wish you many blessings. I wish you love and light. Bye.